Hello, everyone, and welcome to Queen Sisters Tarot. My name is Ebony Koger, and this will be a general reading for the fire sign Leo for the first part of March. Now, Leo, keep in mind that these readings are general, they are not personal. So you want to take what you need and throw the rest out. If it don't apply, let it fly, okay? So I'm working with two decks. Also, I would like to encourage you to look at the 6 month reading. Take a look at that one for you and see how that is playing out for you or any other house that you're interested in and see how that's playing for you. All right. So I pre-shuffled the cards already. Something different in your life. One of my cards that didn't belong in this deck was there, and I just noticed it. So I'm going to give it one shuffle because they're already pre-shuffled, just to save a little time. So something's in your life that doesn't belong. It doesn't belong there. So, on the bottom of this deck, overall energy, call to action. A lot of signs have been given this, and this text says, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Now, you are Leo, okay? So, you're not the first, but you think you are. Uh, but a need for you to lead by example. Present yourself as a living example, okay? Be the role model that you never had, okay? You want to set this good example for other people to follow. And here, yes, because you're learning, okay? You're being your own hero. You're a new hero in this thing with the Page of Swords. You're very intelligent. You could be a student. For some people, I hear student government. So you're set an example for the student body as a leader, all right? Because I look at the Page of Swords as a leader, as a young hero, all right? That Spider-Man, that Superman hero, because you're really smart, all right? And you're leading by example, and what you're doing, other people are following. So in the past here, we have forgiveness. And this is Master Jesus. We don't need no, and just like this deck says, we don't need anybody to tell us about Jesus, okay? But it says here, you're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Now, forgiveness is a choice. However, I do want to tell, since a lot of people don't want to look at it from the Christianity view, I'm going to tell you from the chakras, okay? When you hold unforgiveness, this messes up your anahat, which is your heart, and it also messes with your agni, with your mind, okay? It's best to just go ahead and forgive people. I'm not the most forgiving person. I'm not. I'll be honest about that. So I can understand not wanting to forgive, especially when you feel so strongly and adamant about the injustice that you was done. But I'm here to tell you, God, vengeance is the Lord's, and God could do way worse than what you ever thought. And you don't want to pray for evil for your enemies. And I've learned that as a young girl, I wanted to do something to somebody, um, and what I planned, it wasn't nothing compared to what happened to them. All right. So the best thing is it's this prayer by Howard Wills, and it's the ultimate prayer of redemption. And it's a prayer to forgive yourself, your ancestors for anything they done, and anything anybody has done to you mentally, physically, sexually, financially, emotionally, verbally. Okay. So we have here, yeah, it's just best to go on about your business. Here, with I always forget this one, the Eight of Cups. Okay? So it's just best to move on with your life. Don't hold this unforgiveness because you're going to carry that with you. All right. And that unforgiveness that you have in your heart, you'll take that into the next chapter in your life when you want to close that chapter out. So leave that unforgiveness right where it stands, or just leave it there and keep on going. So currently, prayer and contemplation, charity. This is going to be spiritual, isn't it? Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. And in the Bible, it says you have not because you ask not. Okay? And I think a lot of people get very impatient when they're praying because they feel like God is Amazon Prime or text message, because we have this instant gratification, and we have to realize that God's time is not our time. All right? You ain't the boss. God is. And he'll do it in his own time. There we go. For some reason, I want to say Saturn energy here, which I know is Jupiter. But Saturn has a lot to do with time. And our prayers are answered in due time. Okay? And this prayer, the way you're praying, prayer changes your life. And it's interesting because the universal law of prayer is it's you connecting to God. But then are you patient enough to listen to God? Because God will send people, and not only heavenly angels, but people to help you along your journey. So this prayer that you're praying right now is going to change your life. In the future, focus intention, you hit your mark right there. So this is all about unwavering faith. This is staying focused and knowing what you're doing. It says, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. Now, I always used to like to tell me and my cousin talk on the phone. Now I was like, I don't like when people put their roof on my house. You can't put your ceiling on my house because my God is unlimited. There's no limit. I hear love without a limit in my head, but there's no limit to what your spirit guides or your higher power or however you relate to divine can do for you. You just have to be very focused so you can hit your target. So you can be successful and abundant. Virgo energy. Here we have Pisces. I know this is Jupiter, but I feel Saturn very strongly. And we have air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini here. And then we have this Nine of Pentacles, which is your well-being, being able to take care of yourself independently, working for what you need, right? Having all that you need right there. How you currently see yourself? Dharma. This Mr. Cool, I can't say his first name, but Dharma Unfolded. Remember that you are on the path. And right here it says you are on the path. And your path is light, love, and forgiveness. Here it says you are on the path. Take one step at a time to your happiness. Okay? So happy is come from a Latin word, happenstance. We're only happy when certain things happen to us. I apologize. But it's important that you have pure joy. Joy is completely different than happiness. Following the path. Knowing that you're not a child anymore. You are your mother, you are your father, but now you're finding your identity. You're finding your sense of purpose in the life. You're driven, you're focused. And the obstacles that come, that you are faced with courage and bravery. This is my Ben-Hur card, okay? You're running your race, all right? And is it in Ephesians or Philippians about running your race? You don't look back. You don't look back to the things of the past, but you move forward knowing you're going to attain that victory, paraphrasing. All right. How other people are seeing you, soul flame, they see you as very lovely. You could be a woman watching this. They look at you as very beautiful, right? Very decorated. If you're a man, you're very handsome. And it says rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. So there's some things that went wrong in a relationship that it caused you to lose a part of yourself. Maybe when people go through a bad relationship, they don't care about themselves as much anymore. They don't keep up themselves. Okay, they like to hide themselves. Okay, I'm telling you what I know. And they don't dress themselves up because they don't want people to look at them. It's kind of a defense mechanism. Here, someone wants forgiveness, and it looks like your soul flame wants forgiveness or a second chance for you, or the people that you have see that you're having a new life. This is very spiritual because I hear that. See, if you don't know that old time, a lot of us readers are old time religion people. That's why we don't fool with the church now. I can't speak for them. I can't speak for them. I apologize, y'all. But for me, I'm old time religion. I don't believe in all that prosperity preaching, all that. I'm more spiritual. Help me to get to the next week, to next Sunday, or whatever. When I go to any temple, any mosque, any faith, help me to get through this next week or the next day. I need that rejuvenation, all right? And they see that you're starting to live again, all right? They're judging you about the way, and a lot of people are judging you on the way you look, and that's so shallow. Because Sri Mataji said that people will fall in love for you because of a hairdo. And then when you change your hair the next day, they won't love you no more. Or the way you dress. So there may be some shallow people around you. If you fall in love or have something, make sure they know your spirit. Your challenge, devotion, Krishna. One. So we have two things. And Krishna is the divine counterpart. So a Radha, I'm sorry if I mispronounce her name. My Sanskrit is really bad. But this was her soul flame. This was Krishna's soul flame. But he didn't marry her. Right? Loved her, but didn't marry her. And it says, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. And maybe you don't feel like that. And you're praying for a change. Yeah. You feel like giving up. You don't want to put no more work into this part of your having, okay? You want to hide yourself. This is not being devoted to your work, not being devoted to your purpose. It's half-assed doing stuff. Here. So with your outcome, Mother Mary, this is very spiritual. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. See, you can't argue with people. And I just told on another reading, you can't argue with people because when their mind is set, it's set. But you're going to argue with somebody for and they already believe. Then you're going to lower yourself to their level. And that's another thing. You don't want to lower yourself to people's level. Page of brooms. Message of happiness. Messages of peace. But it's important, too, that you don't get so high up on your soapbox that you want to preach to others. Because once you find salvation or your own sense of spirituality, people don't want to listen to you because they can't see you outside of the person that you used to be. So it's best that you keep those things to yourself. Now, if they come to you with it, most definitely, you tell them what it is. But you just don't get on your soapbox and start preaching damnation to people that don't believe like you believe. Or saying that they're fake and phony or whatever because you don't believe it. You don't do that. People live their own lives. People are walking their own path. Everybody is different, you know? Everybody's different. And once people start respecting each other for being different and their own different beliefs and start throwing shade, adventure. That popped up earlier, but I'm going to read it. And you're not enjoying your life right now. It's time for you to get out and expand. And even if you can't get out and expand, if you're like bedridden or something like that, you can get into books. Books will take your mind somewhere different. Watch it. I don't even know because I don't got cable, but if you got the Discovery Channel, you know, what's that one movie with Alfred Whitaker and she was in love. She pretended like what's this? Blair Underwood, fine ass. Act like Blair Underwood was her boyfriend. You can escape like that. But it's important that you don't get on your soapbox. Because I'm here to tell you, they ain't going to listen to you. Don't get on your soapbox. If they ask you, then you come with it. But other than that, there's abundance coming to you. But you're going to have to moderate yourself. You're going to have to pace yourself. That's important too, because right here, you're on your journey, but you're taking one step at a time. You can't just make great leaps. So on the top of this deck, here we go. There it go, change. I say it right here. Currently, prayer is changing everything. 5 in mathematics is halfway there. 5 is change. So prayer is changing your life, okay? So you're going to have a relationship change too. Okay? So thank you so much, Leo, for joining me. If you'd like to know more about me, have a personal reading, send a donation, which I appreciate. Please and thank you. All that information is in the description box below. Again, my name is Ebony Koger. This is Queen Sister Tarot, wishing you all the best from the Valley of the Sun. Ciao.